Number 5.
This is a team that I did not anticipate being on here a few weeks ago. I got to do it. I hate to do this, but the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were
I'm going to tell you why. So they've lost a couple of games in a row. The Indianapolis Colts also have a situation where they gave up 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, defensive back for the Jets. At the time of the trade, and even right before the trade, we were talking about, hey, maybe Indy just looks at this year as an all-in year. No Kansas City in the postseason. Baltimore at that time was not in the postseason. Buffalo was struggling a little bit. New England's young enough where maybe you can catch them off guard. And maybe this is the all-in year. Well, the problem with that now is Sauce is banged up, could be out for a little bit. Daniel Jones, now he's injured, but has not played very well recently. And even if you wanted to have Daniel Jones and then maybe draft another quarterback in addition to Anthony Richardson, you now are not going to be able to do that in the first round. And yesterday on our show, I would not have had them on here unless yesterday on the show, the two of you debated whether or not you thought Indy could win another game this season, which I think they can. But right now, with the way that they're playing, the Sauce injury, the draft picks out the door, and Daniel Jones kind of looking like the Daniel Jones that people didn't like, I actually had to put the Colts on this list. There's a chance they could finish in third place in their division.
Absolutely right. Their remaining schedule, 5 games at Jacksonville this week, at Seattle the following week, home against San Francisco, home against Jacksonville, and then on the road against the Texans, who they already lost to.
It's hard not to put them on the list. Let's get to number 4.
Number 4.
All right, after our day-to-day so far, there's a chance that I made a mistake with how low this team was. Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's where I thought you were going with 5.
I think based on what's happened over the last 24 to 48 hours, you could maybe put them at number 1. What has happened? Now, they are 6-6 on the season. They still have a chance to win the division, go to the playoffs. Who knows? Maybe win a playoff game. But what you have over the last few days of the Pittsburgh Steelers, you have Aaron Rodgers kind of throwing the team under the bus a little bit, the wide receivers under the bus post-game. Now, he, of course, threw himself under the bus as well, so he didn't, totally point fingers. There was a thumb pointed as well.
He didn't go full tour.
Correct. You had the fire Tomlin chance, which is just wild. You have Ben Roethlisberger saying Mike Tomlin and the Steelers may be better off parting ways and maybe he should go take the Penn State job and win a championship. So while I didn't love it, I didn't hate Roethlisberger's comments. I hated James Harrison's comments, who basically said Mike Tomlin is not a great coach. He's a good coach. Never had a losing season. Go talk to some of these other franchises around the NFL about if they would sign up for that. And then, obviously, your big move now. Darius Slay out, right? They brought him in, and it's like a mutual parting of ways. He's gone. They bring in Adam Thielen. Asante Samuel Jr., I believe, has been moved up to the active roster. And correct me if I'm wrong, Asante Samuel Sr. was out there ripping DK Metcalf. Well, your son's on the team. Maybe don't do that. Pittsburgh Steelers number 4 on that list. Any issue with this?
No, they feel like they're in a free fall, and they still have to play the Ravens twice and the Lions.
They started off 4-1 and since have gone 2-5. Not great.
Number 3.
Number 3.
New York Football Giants, who are 2-11 on the season. Now, being bad, okay, you fire your head coach, you fire your defensive coordinator, you've lost 7 games in a row, and you have a minus 88-point differential, which is brutal. But what's even worse is that you have 2 rookies who have insane talent, insane long-term ability, should be the cornerstone of your franchise. One of them, Abdul Carter, 3rd pick in the draft?
Yeah.
This past year? Abdul Carter, outside linebacker, defensive end, was once again benched to start the game because of the fact that he was late to a meeting again. You have a former defensive lineman for the Giants, Super Bowl champion with a national platform, Chris Canty, calling out the fact that you have no leadership on this team and no one has put their arm around Abdul Carter and basically said, here, the meeting started at 8 a.m. today. I will get you at 7:30. You're not driving yourself anymore. I'm picking your tuchus up because I don't trust you until you prove you can be trusted. You're riding with me. And by the way, you're riding in the back. You're not even riding passenger. Dexter Lawrence, go pick his butt up and put him in the back. Anyway, so you have that. Then you
pick him up literally and figuratively.
Well, that's true too. Yeah. You have Jackson Dart, who Adam Schefter on our show yesterday said no one has been able to get through to him. I understand he's tough. I understand he's a competitor. I understand he's maxing out every inch he could get on the football field. I get all the positives. The negatives are, if God forbid you get hurt, you are not a part of the team for that week, and that hurts the team even more. You have that, and oh, by the way, you also have Younghoe Koo missing a field goal without kicking. They're a mess.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not higher on this list.
Me too.
When I saw Younghoe Koo on David Muir, ABC News Tonight, I knew that was a big deal. And it's an absolute...
It made it to ABC News?
Yes.
Like, do they do it on Sportsmanlike Moments or something?
No, it was at the end of the show, but they spotlighted
Good idea.
Younghoe Koo missing the kick and what he had to say about it.
You're on ABC World News.
Tonight, correct.
Do you want to adjust the rankings here?
Well, no, because wait till you hear the other side.
ABC World News?
That's what it's world news that the Giants kicker missed a field goal kick without actually touching the ball.
It was embarrassing.
Terrible.
Now the world knows.
All right, so hot mess so far.
That's not the
There's a question I have to revisit with the Giants, but I want to get through the rest of the list.
Okay, so we have Indy 5, Pittsburgh 4, the Giants 3. Number 2.
Number 2.
Minnesota Vikings.
Ooh, yeah.
I was debating whether or not I could put them at number 1. Now, let's go through some of the reasons the Minnesota Vikings are number 2 on this list. J.J. McCarthy's been out because of concussion. It looks like he's going to be back this week. Max Brosmer was the starting quarterback, undrafted rookie. A lot of people were hyping up, hey, this guy could be pretty good. Maybe he actually gives you a better opportunity to win games, believe it or not, than your starting quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. Well, you lost 26-0. He threw, 4 interceptions. Justin Jefferson had 2 catches, didn't speak to the media postgame. But let me go further. That would be enough with a losing record, and they're going to finish in last place in the division to put them in that 2 slot. But there was something that happened this week that I thought was very interesting. You know, they actually gave up value for Adam Thielen. They gave up a 4th-round pick to trade for Adam Thielen with the Carolina Panthers. Adam Thielen did absolutely nothing for them. They had a mutual parting of ways. They announced his release. He's retiring at the end of the season. He's claimed on waivers by the Steelers. You gave up value for a guy you didn't use, you didn't know how to use because you don't have quarterback play. Why don't you have quarterback play? Because you made the decision, which I did not think was a bad one, I'm wrong, of letting Sam Darnold walk, not bringing Daniel Jones back for a higher price than you wanted to pay him, and not bringing Aaron Rodgers in. I thought those were the right decisions. I was dead wrong. I'm not paid to make decisions for the Minnesota Vikings. They are. And so they have had a disastrous season, one thing after another. Minnesota, the Vikings, number 2 overall on the list.
But here's the thing that bothers me about what Minnesota did with the quarterbacks. You have more information than we do. You're the ones that went into 2024 looking at it as a redshirt season for J.J. McCarthy. Even before the preseason games were played, everything coming out of Minnesota was that they were going to slow roll it with him. And that Sam Darnold was going to be the guy. And it was a quarterback competition, but not really a quarterback competition because they wanted him to learn. He was a developmental prospect. He gets hurt in the preseason. Can't practice the rest of the year. He's rehabbing. If you looked at 2024 as a redshirt year for J.J. McCarthy, then why wouldn't 2025 be a redshirt year for